3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Toon Clash. We're in the fourth matchup of the Nickelodeon bracket, and we're having Rocko's Modern Life versus Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, heavy, man.
Oh, Uncle Jimmy.
Oh my god. Ultra Lord will be the one who decides the victor. Whatever.
Wow, that was a really good sheen.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Oh, god. I wasn't even trying. I don't know how to do it. God. It'll come up eventually.
Oh no, Sheen! I want to bang Jimmy's mom.
Oh. Isn't it weird how like freaking Sheen got Liz actually like him? Like that was actually his girlfriend was Liz. Like that was just always crazy to me. Like
that girl was too patient with that boy.
Yeah, seriously. Oh god. Yes, but we are doing Rocko's Modern Life, Jimmy Neutron, a classic '90s show and a classy early 2000s show. Oh god.
Yeah, where Jimmy Neutron was the first one that started off with a movie.
Yeah, should we talk about the movie when we talk about this?
I mean, I guess. I mean, it's part of the show.
Okay. I thought the movie was like pretty I thought it was like pretty cool how they because I remember going into the movie not thinking much of it. I just went in there because I remember for Christmas my mom got me those what are they, the Goobots or whatever they're called, the egg aliens, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, the egg aliens?
The Yoki, you know what? Yeah, those things. Because they had like action figures of them, and then for me, like I don't know, like when I was a kid, whenever I got action figures or something, I felt like the need to like watch the entire thing. So yes, I did watch all of Ugly Martians. I regret that shit. It was horrible. But yeah, it was just
Why didn't that make it into the bracket?
I don't.
What the hell?
Oh god. But yeah, I thought the movie was like it was fine. It was just like a decent movie. It was just like, oh, that's interesting. I still don't get why they could breathe into space, and I like the fact they made a joke about that in the series.
Yeah,
like, well, why can't
that bothered me so much as a kid. Every time
dude.
they had an episode in space, I would be like, "This is stupid.
This is so dumb. How are they breathing?" And then Carl's just singing, "Good morning to you." Good morning. It's just like, shut up, Carl. I'm trying to listen to this.
I mean, Sheen is just straight up able to breathe in space.
I mean, it is a cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, true.
But even in cartoons, they know like, oh, I should have a helmet on. So it's just one of those.
What's gonna get me though is like the explanation is pretty simple because like you see their hair moving in space and it's like so there's air
air.
But whatever.
Yeah, I feel like Jimmy's hair is in its own gravitational zone anyway. So
what was his original name? The show had an original name. That's it.
Johnny
Yeah.
Quasar? What was it?
Johnny Quasar.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that could work too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There are too many Johnny characters though.
Yeah. What was the teacher's name?
Oh, Miss Fowl.
Miss Fowl. Yeah, that's right. Because she's like a bird. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy! She would do that all the time.
Who would win a fight, Miss Fowl versus Miss Bitters?
Oh, you Miss Bitters, her ass.
I like the episode where Miss Fowl just turns gigantic. I watched so much Jimmy Neutron as a kid, but I never liked it. So I don't know why we even.
One of those shows, just like it's on. I'll play my action figures while watching it.
Exactly. That was one of the few.
There was a lot of Nickelodeon shows like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It
just
kind of seemed like they tried to incorporate science somehow, but it always ended up the same. It had a similar formula to the Fairly Odd Parents, which in return then makes sense that they would have crossovers and stuff, which were really cool. I really liked cool. Jimmy Timmy powers were amazing.
They were awesome. And then like
the characters in Jimmy Neutron are fun.
Yeah, Jimmy's dad, of course. Hey there, Jimbo, bench 5,000 pounds.
Why is there a raptor in the closet?
Raptor? Didn't he love pie? Wasn't that what his thing?
And he loved those ducks.
Pie and ducks.
Pie and ducks, and then like Taco Shack. Because there was that whole episode.
There was that episode where it ended with him wanting like pie-shaped ducks or duck-shaped pies. I remember.
Yeah, some crazy.
To be fair, there was something in the show that was like, that's brilliant, and that was the name of the local, like I guess, hang out for the
Candy bar?
kids. Yeah, I fucking love that. It's so great. The candy bar.
That
Come
is genius.
on.
That is genius.
That is
very
boy genius. I'm gonna brain blast my
Oh.
game.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, good one. Oh, yeah, that was great.
What was the girl's name? Cindy.
Cindy, yeah,
Yep.
Cindy.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was about to say Cindy Lou Who.
Did anybody like see like a copy of Helga in her?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Yeah, and she actually got with him at the end in the final season. They like were boyfriend girlfriend,
What?
constantly flirting with each other.
I
That was
think Cindy
interesting.
was more confident. Like Helga was more laid back.
Helga was a stalker.
Cindy also, yeah. Cindy wasn't as much of a stalker.
Mm.
Cindy was more
more
of a-
Cinderella.
Yeah, where she like I think secretly liked him, but she didn't fucking stalk him. That was where I'm like, Helga, calm down. Like,
Yeah,
you
Helga was a freaking crazy person. Like Cindy was like, because I remember the gradual attraction to each other like started to build, like because it was just they were always rivals, but then like in the second season, like she saw him like in a suit, she was like, who is that hunk? And it was like, oh god, and then she would like just talk about it. And then like when he was doing that Gorlock and Seal with that alien girl when they were making out. It's like, I just saw you swapping alien spit or something like that. And she was like freaking out over him. And it's just like, not that I care. And it's just like, you Cinderella little girl.
What do you think of the art style? Because like I really love how the way Rocko's Modern Life looks, whereas
Oh,
like
yeah.
Jimmy Neutron kind of looks a bit primitive looking.
Yeah,
back.
and especially today. Like, if you
Especially
go back and
today,
Watch,
yeah.
watch it like they're clipping through everything.
Yep.
It's,
I like,
it's
even
weird.
back
that
then,
had a good writing.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I feel like Jimmy Neutron's mostly just appreciated as like a shit post sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, does anyone like it unironically?
I don't think so.
There were episodes that made me like really laugh my ass off. Like first, I was watching one the other day recently, and there was this thing where Jimmy's working in a restaurant with this guy, and he's like cleaning up the thing, and like everyone else is like Carl and Sheen are doing pretty good at the job because it's like not a smart person job. It's just like cleaning up a fast food restaurant, and then the guy's just like, "Dude, all right, I need you to clean up that spill over there." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just doing my job." And then like he notices this thing. He's like, "Dude, you missed a spot." And he's like, "Oh, it's just some sodium chloride." He's like, "Dude, it's salt." Yeah, that's what I said. Sodium chloride. Dude, it's salt. If you don't know what salt is, maybe this is too difficult for you. And I was just like, that is such a dick thing to say to someone. Oh god, like that was funny. That was a funny thing. And then there were various episodes like that. The whole I love their Halloween special where like all of them turned into monsters. I thought that was great.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Oh, that was really good, in my opinion. I think
That must have also disturbed me because the one thing about the art style was there was that episode where Sheen's head turns gigantic and he has a super brain.
Oh
that
yeah.
terrified the
I love that
fuck
one.
out of me.
Gigantic bulbous head, his tiny body. Love it.
Oh god. And then he,
I mean, it was funny, and looking back, it was probably like super primitive again, but particularly how it was just like dark for the entirety, and Sheen, just as a character, isn't someone you'd want to hang out with anyway, and him like turning into an amplified version of Jimmy is not a very comforting thought.
Oh no! And then he electrocuted them at the end, and he thought he killed them. So that was
god, yeah,
another thing. But like Rocko's Modern Life, like I remember as a kid, that was a show. While I remember I did like it, it wasn't something I rushed home to watch. I did like it. Like, it was something like I will watch this when it's on, but I'm not gonna go out my way. Like Rugrats was my thing where I have to watch this every single week. Like Rocko was it was interesting, like some of the characters, like the big heads, and then like I know I hated Heifer. Like I've always hated Heifer. Heifer pissed me off. Like I was so glad when what's his name? What was the turtle's name in Rocko?
Gilbert.
I was going to say Franklin, but no, it's not Franklin.
Oh no.
Franklin, like I'm so glad like they had that episode where like Heifer's trying to get the chips because they're doing the tin. He's like, "Oh, here you go, Heifer. You can have some of mine." And he's just like, "Oh," and he eats them, and then like friggin' like he starts looking at Frank's chips and just like, "Oh no, you ate yours, fatty. You ain't getting mine." Like I love that thing where he's just talking all. I love that episode. I love that. So
No, Filbert. Filbert.
Filbert, whatever his name was.
I was thinking Franklin from like. Was
Hey,
Franklin?
it's Franklin. Yeah, Franklin wasn't. Franklin. No, Franklin was shit. No, because Little Bear was Nick Jr.
Franklin was not shit. How dare you? I just get so much more enjoyment out of Rock's Modern Life, even
Yeah.
as a kid, but even more so now.
Yeah,
It's more
especially as
made
an adult. Yeah.
yeah, it's so much more made for adults.
I wish they put them all on a ship and put it out in the middle of the ocean and sink it. So, like they're like racists in that world.
What was the
Yeah.
context of that line?
I forgot. It was like I fucking hate hippos. They should put them all out all on a ship and sink it.
Oh God.
It's funny how Rocko just had segments where it was silent for the most of it, but it still had comedy infused in it. But like when
Yeah,
they went,
especially in the
went
early
past all
seasons.
when they went past all the parking lots and the prices just got higher, or like there were more and more cars, and at the end they just end up at their house again, going around the entire world.
Yeah.
They went on for an entire minute, but it was still funny, even though none of them said anything. And it did a good job like conveying visual humor, visual comedy well, but still had like strong voice acting. The writing was great. It was well animated, and I just get so much more enjoyment out of watching that show. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was a funny show.
I love that meta episode where see the big head's like son is like making a cartoon. Like that,
right.
that's one of the best episodes of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't like Mrs. Big Head trying to bang Rocko?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Look at my eyes.
Light my eyes now for you, Rocko.
He's just like, what the heck? Miss Big Head. Oh God, she was awesome.
Mrs. Beghead was hot. She's one of those swingers from the
Yeah,
70s.
Yeah, because she called that the sex line Rocko was working. Like Uwe is like
Rocko.
and it's like, oh good, mate. And it's just like it's fun. Oh God, like Rocko. I think I mentioned this beforehand, but like Rocko had an episode. Like there were certain things in Rocko that were funny, that were like really effed up. Like, oh well, that's not funny that just happened. Like the whole fruitcake man who was like their quote unquote Santa Claus, and he was asking this crying kid a question, and he was just like, well, what do you want, little kid? And the kid just bit his head off or something like that, and it was just like, what the heck? And he started screaming like while half his head's like gone. That was interesting.
Wasn't there also an episode where one of the characters thought he was dead, or turned like into a ghost or something?
I think so. Remember, wasn't Heifer's parents like wolves? Like
He was adopted.
Yeah, he was adopted by wolves, and like his family, like they were eating like a bunch of raw meat or something like that, and he was the only one. Like I forget. I remember it faintly. I'm not sure. Was it?
Didn't like.
Did you know Rocko was initially supposed to be yellow? So
I didn't know
they knew
that.
what they were doing. They knew they wanted this to be a hit.
No, she don't.
All great cartoon characters.
What were you saying, Saber? You were saying something when you stopped.
You're right. There's like an episode where like didn't Rocko visit during a family reunion with Heifer, and like Heifer's wolf grandpa like kept like fucking with them. I forget. Like I gotta go back and I've watched that show. Like somebody said it earlier, but that's like a show where it's like you can enjoy it as a kid, but you can really enjoy it as an adult with like the humor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just need to sit down and watch it.
So
Jimmy Neutron had some good moments. Rocko's Modern Life had great art style and some good moments. So where are y'all leaning?
No, Rocko.
I'm leaning Rocko.
I'm leaning Rocko too. Pan, you said Rocko?
Decided.
Yeah.
Jax?
What was the other one?
Rock-
Oh, yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'd probably give Rocko the thing because I did like Jimmy, but Rocko was like watching it as an adult. Like there are just so many things like, oh my god, that is fucked up, but it's funny. So I was like,
Yeah, it's still a really, really funny show.
Yeah. Had it been Planet Sheen, it might have looked differently.
Oh god, that would have been
But yeah, Rocko, I'd say, is like a lot more clever than Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah. Almost.
Uh-huh. Jimmy Neutron is much more on the nose.
Yeah. So I guess Rocko's Modern Life is moving on to the next round.
Yay.
Superpower mind couldn't save you here. Blame blast out of here, boy.
Oh.
There you go.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.